first episode of me doing like a talking video because I actually think a lot. If you zoom in, you might see a lot of gray hair, and my hair is also growing out. It's been about 3 months since I did this highlight. So lately there has been a rise of foreigners moving to Thailand and a lot of digital nomad freelancers and creators. And what these jobs have in common is that it's all online. For a bit of background, I actually worked at my parents' restaurant in the Midwest. There's a thing where you have to help out at your family's business. It's like if you don't work there, then you don't get shelter. At the restaurant, we open from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. and sometimes we have to be there the whole day. Maybe like an hour or two break, but then there are the non-peak hours, so there's not a lot of customers anyway. But I just didn't like the idea of being there at a specific time because I felt like those 8 or 9 hours, I can be making more money somewhere else. And every day I would go to the restaurant and think to myself, I can go further in life if I was not here. I'm glad I had that experience, and without that experience, I wouldn't be able to build a capital and come out here today. Lately, I have been realizing a lot of people are actually moving to Southeast Asia, Thailand specifically. At our parents' generation, the best decision is to immigrate to America to make our life better. But nowadays, I think the best decision is to move to Southeast Asia. And for me, I choose Thailand because I am the most happy here out of all the places I've been to. Thailand might not be for you. I don't think it's for everyone, but I would say 90% of the people that I meet or interact with like Thailand. I mean, it's hard for someone to come to Thailand and not like it. It really depends on you. I don't think it's for everyone in terms of like, let's say if you don't like Thai language, then I don't think you will like Thailand because you hear it every day. For me, I like Thai language because I think it's pleasing to the ears. It's similar to Cantonese in a way, as in it's a tonal language, so I think it's fun. Unpopular opinion, I don't listen to my parents, which sounds kind of bad. I mean, listen to them in some ways, but parents are not always right. And if I listen to my mom, do you think I would be here today? I realize I'm Gen Z. I'm the Gen Z year, which is 1999, but I don't think that matters. I think it's more about what I think is right. I will do it. I don't care if it's like my mom told me that is right or not right. You know, like back then, my parents would bring us to look at houses to buy. The parents would always think about you like, oh, we need more rooms for the kids, but then I would always be like, you don't have to think about us. I won't be living with you, which is true because I want to have my own life. But it's because of them that I am able to have some sort of capital in order to make this move. Actually, I'll insert a timeline of my move to Thailand. Everything kind of started with the first trip, and then I went back home for 3 months, and I told myself that's not the life I want to live. So then I did like a 2.5 month solo trip, and then I ended up in Bangkok. And you know, when I left the house, I knew that I would end up here, but I just didn't know how, and I didn't know how to stay here longer. To be honest, it's not as hard as you think once you actually get here. And most importantly is visa and money. Not just coming to Thailand, but going to any other country or place. People don't want to be in office or be at a certain place at a certain time anymore. It's more like you want to be freelancer. I think it's okay to be working whatever job you need to work to build your capital to do what you want in the future. I'm not going to teach you how to make money because you got to figure out yourself how to make money. There's a lot of ways. Speaking of creating or freelancing, I don't think it's suitable for everyone because some people are meant to be employees and some people are meant to be CEO. But I know for sure that I'm not meant to be an employee, as in I don't like to listen to people. I don't listen to authority. Not in a way where I'm like doing something illegal. It depends on your personality or how your brain works. I don't want to deal with people, and I've always wanted to do this since middle school because I like the idea of making money online, and I feel like making video is the best for me. Like if you see my pictures, they're awkward, but my videos are not bad. And I feel like Thailand is the ideal place for if you want to be a creator because Thailand is like the most visited country. No, Bangkok is the most visited city. That means that a lot of people are searching about Thailand and Bangkok. That's why it's good, but that is not the reason why I came here. At first I came here, I didn't even know that it's like the most visited place. I just like this country because I'm happy here. And I like how everything is kind of crusty in a way, but then some places are really neat and updated and modern. The thing that actually shocked me the most is the Scan Zai, the QR code that you scan to pay. That was pretty advanced to me. I feel like being here, it triggers your thinking a lot. I don't know if I emphasize this enough, but it's not as hard as you think. You just gotta calculate how much do you spend a month just for you to live. How much do you spend a month? If you can make more than that amount in a month, then you can do whatever you want, to be honest. So that is what gave me that confidence to move, because I feel like I could make more than that number, and for me it's 60,000 baht a month. If you want to make it easier for you to make that decision to move, is to not own that much stuff. The less things you own, the the more free you'll feel, so that it's easier for you to make decisions or take risks or to just move because you don't have a lot of physical things holding you back. This portion of the video is more about confidence because I was pretty not confident when I first moved to Thailand. You realize that the beauty standards are kind of high. Most Thai girls know how to dress, how to do makeup. But what I like is that the more you see it, the more you're indifferent about it, which is why I always say like I like the person I become, because I keep seeing these things that once made me feel self-conscious, but now I don't get self-conscious anymore because I think it's normal. Like, oh, it's just another pretty girl. When you live in a city, you see a lot of things and you become indifferent about it. Sometimes I put people on pedestal, like I would put them above me if they have more following or if they seem more bougie than me, but I feel like you shouldn't do that because I don't want to say that we're equal because I feel like that's not true. Realistically, we're not equal. Like, people are not equal. Back then, I used to fangirl because I was not able, like I was pretty far away from actors. Actors are, I mean, they act as a character in the series, but that's not who they are in real life. And those companies, they make them seem perfect, but actually I feel like they are normal people and they might be bad people in real life. So that's why, like, why would you put time into someone that is fake, or it's like a fake reality that the company created? Same with influ or creators. It's also like not the real them, but it's more real than actors. But yeah, that's why I don't really fangirl or watch other people anymore. So, you know, like if you watch the day in the life of my videos, I pick all the activities to do in one day, make it seem like I have a lot going on, but actually every day it's just like this. I stay home pretty much like 3 or 4 times of the week. I'm home, which I don't show because it might come off as lazy, but that is my real life and the life that I earned. Scrolling is like such a waste of my time. Like, I can be using that time to be going toward my goal. You act as if you're already there. So let's say if I was a millionaire, what would I be doing right now? I don't think I would be scrolling and looking at other people's life because I already have my good life to live. So rather than putting your time into other people, why don't you put that into yourself? But I assume it's kind of like the culture thing. It's more collectivism, so they always want to keep up with what is going on or the people around them. The American side of me is like individualistic. Like, I only care about myself. Actually, I still go on to check on my friends, but it's like people that you don't even know on the internet. Why are you giving your time to them? And it's not even like the real them because they created that reality. Actually, I need to work on my self-confidence a bit, but I feel like social media, it makes you feel bad about yourself and your life, but in reality, I really like my life. Like, I am grateful for everything I have, so watching those people will make me feel like my life is not good, which is not true. That's why I stopped. Yeah, I mean, I don't stop like 100%, but I cut down a lot compared to before, and I hope that you do too, because it's not real. On the MRT and the BTS, I just keep seeing people scroll and I feel like that's so toxic. I don't think they will be watching this video anyway because they're on the short form video, but that's why I wanted to say in the long form video because I think long form audience is more quality. Actually, to be honest, short video is only good for if you want to reach a lot of people in a short time. And that is how I got a lot of my opportunities because Thais are mostly on TikTok and IG or like short form video. That's why I treat YouTube as my hobby more and short video as my work. Now I want to talk about the importance of changing your environment. I really value accommodation or the place that you stay in. Before, when I stayed at my studio, it was actually a little bit sad because it was always dark and it's such a tight space. But now that I moved here to this new condo, it's 46 square meter, 38,000 baht a month, but I think it's worth it because bigger space and more bright, and I just feel happy here. There's no need for me to go out because I can order food. There's like the amenities here, which I don't use, but I should use. There's really no need for me to go out. So nowadays, if like brands or companies invite me to events, it better be better than me staying at home or an experience that I would want to try. Yeah, I don't go to like random small stuff anymore. Not that I'm looking down on them, but it's just like, you gotta give me something that is better than me staying at home. A lot of people mention about my accent, about how it sounds like Hong Kong accent, even though I was born in the US. Like, I have a US passport. I didn't hang out with Americans. I would always be at school, which is the only time that I spoke English, and then I would be helping out at the restaurant, which I spoke English, but it was more like taking orders. Didn't let my environment affect me. Like, just because I was born in the US, just because I'm ABC, it doesn't mean that I don't know Chinese. Like, a lot of ABC don't know Chinese, but I told told myself I don't want to be an ABC that don't know Chinese. So that's why when I was younger, I emphasized like speaking Canto. Even I am in Bangkok or Thailand now, I try not to let the environment affect who I am or who I want to become. I know that there are like fake smiles and real smiles, but I couldn't tell the difference. But I like that they're always smiling because it makes me happy. Because some people are so fake to the point where it looks real. Actually, you know, some girls, they'd be like... So that's the thing I'm trying to practice, is like how to look so fake to the point where you look genuine. This section is about manifesting. I don't have a specific strategy to manifest. I just write in my journal whenever I have something that I want or I desire. And sometimes my desires are triggered by jealousy. Every time I see someone or something that I want and I feel a little bit like, ugh, then I write it down because I know that that is something I want. I recently read a book about law of attraction. So I try not to think about anything negative. You know how a lot of people, they think about the worst case scenario, which is good because you know what can go wrong. But I try not to think about that because the worst case situation usually never happens. If it does, it's probably because you're thinking a lot about it and then you kind of attract it. The difference between manifesting and law of attraction is that law of attraction is kind of passive. You don't really need to work on it, but manifesting, you gotta like pursue it or work on it. Like I said, I don't like to rely on anyone, and because I had my solo travel experience in the past, the only person you can rely on is yourself. Even though I have my boyfriend, right? But that is a different video, different topic. The harder you try to like network or connect or make friends, the less it'll work because it won't come off as real. Got here today not because I have connections, because I started from zero. Like when I came to Thailand, I knew nobody except for 2 people, but they're not even related to marketing or PR or brands or companies. They're just my friends at the time, even though we don't really talk anymore. This is the end of this chit-chatty video. I like this. I just like to chill. I don't like to wander around all the time, even though maybe most of my videos is me wandering around, but I get tired. This is the real me, the me at home. Comment down below what other topics you want me to talk about. I plan on doing one about love or relationship / romance, so look forward to that. The main takeaway for this video is that no matter how much videos you watch, the day that you don't take action, you're still at 0. That is it. Like I always say,